Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Broke off your neck and come right in. If you enjoyed my previous video, you will surely enjoy this one. That video was crazy, but this one is crazier. So in Colorado, ICE agents detained immigrant rights activist Jeanette Vizguerra. She was picked up at her workplace in Target. According to her eldest daughter, there were a suspicious car that have been following her around for days. They finally detained her when she went on break. The daughter also stated that there were people at the job in uniforms that were watching her. So I guess she had an idea that ICE was after her. Okay, so Jeanette Vizguerra, she gained national attention in 2017 after taking sanctuary at a Denver church to avoid deportation. So this was her first deportation in 2017, and it said that she went to a church to avoid the deportation. She lived here in the US for 30 years. She has 4 children and 3 are born here. 30 years, that's quite a lot of years. I'm wondering, all these people have been here for so long, why didn't they find someone to get married to them? Why, I mean, if your mom or if your parents can't file for you, why didn't they find a spouse to marry them? In her video in 2017, it seems like she had a husband or the kid's father, but I don't know exactly what happened, if he didn't marry her or he wasn't straight and he decided to go back, because I don't see him in these current videos. But anyway, it says that she has been running over 2 decades. She has been running from ICE for over 2 decades. According to ICE, they said she will remain in custody pending removal. ICE provided a long list of violations she committed. So basically, maybe they were watching her over the days to see, okay, maybe she drove to work. So then that's definitely a violation, because she's in the country illegally. She's driving. I don't know if the license is valid or not. She also was working at Target. I'm sure she was, I don't know if she was working inside, but it said they picked her up at Target on her lunch break. So obviously she was working inside of Target. So if she's an illegal alien, how is she working inside of Target? It said she was a 1997 convicted criminal from Mexico. She forged documents and was deported but returned illegally. So this lady, she has an older daughter. I think she's about 21 years of age. You're probably wondering, why don't her daughter file for her? But because she's probably been in the public spotlight, she's probably not eligible at all for any citizenship. I'm going to read a passage stating what document she forged and why she had to self-deport. The article states as follows. ICE began trying to deport Vizguerra in 2009 during the Obama administration after she was pulled over in suburban Denver and found to have fraudulent Social Security card with her own name and birth date, but someone else's number. According to 2019 lawsuit she brought against ICE. Vizguerra did not know the number belonged to someone else at the time, the lawsuit said. Come on now. I know better than that now. How could you not know the number belonged to someone else? You know that you're illegal and you don't have a proper Social Security number. I mean, I guess that's her defense, so she can stay here and for the judge to hear her out, but it sounds like it's made up, if you ask me. The article went on to say, while a judge issued an order of removal against her, she also was given the option to leave the country voluntarily, which she ultimately did to try to see her mother before she died in 2012. Her lawyers said in the current petition before Wang. Since Vizguerra left on her own before later re-entering the US, there is no removal order for ICE to reinstate, the petition says. She was already up for removal. They told her to get out. She followed the rules. She got out, but then she came back. I don't know. One side of me, to be honest, I feel sorry. And the next side of me is like, you've been here for 30 something years. Why didn't you get straight? Why didn't you get help? I know that she's an activist and she was really fighting for immigrants like herself. But I think maybe she should have focused more on herself. She's also known as the most 100 most influential women. So Jeanette was detained about 3 weeks ago, and she had a lot of students and other activists like herself outside of the detention center protesting for her. In a phone call, which she was heard outside of the detention center, she said she will keep fighting and do whatever it takes to stay here. They're not going to silence her voice, even if they remove her. So she would fight from Mexico for the people that are here. I think maybe that will be her best bet to do that. Okay, we're going to listen to her phone call outside of the detention center.
Thank you. I want you to know I'm not going to surrender. I'm going to keep fighting. And even if they remove me, I'm going to continue doing binational work. And they are not going to silence my voice.
Okay, everybody, Jeanette is on the phone right now. What do we have to say to her?
We love you, Jeanette.
We're here for you. Free Jeanette.
Estamos aquí.
Contigo. Sé fuerte.
Fuerza, Jeanette.
Thank you to everyone that is there. I really thank you for all the time you have been by my side during these 16 years we've been fighting. I'm hopeful I'm going to be able to leave here and continue my fighting for others, because inside here there are many injustices. There are a lot of women that their cases are not being reviewed, and I'm going to try to help them, even being here in detention.
So that was Jeanette Vizguerra. I got the correct pronunciation now, Vizguerra. And sounds like she thinks that she has the right to stay. I don't know why, we have to ask her, but I think she had enough years to get her papers together. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen her husband, so maybe her husband went back to Mexico. So if she's still married to him, I don't know how she expects to be a legal citizen here. Anyway, guys, if you know that you have a green card, try to get your citizenship, because Trump is not playing. And also, if you know you're not straight, I mean, by now you should get the drift. Do what you have to do if you really want to stay here. And if you want to go home to your country of birth, you have the option of doing that as well. You can also seek legal advice from an immigrational lawyer. Some people are just scared because they're not knowledgeable in what to do and where to turn. I know definitely for sure, like if someone files for you and you need to go back to your country, and then, for example, you're going to Barbados, you can go back to your country and then go to Barbados and the procedure goes on. I've known 2 people who have done it and it actually worked out, and they had been in this country for a good amount of years as well. So if you don't want to take me up on that, you can seek legal advice and do what you have to do if you want to stay in this country. I have one more clip to share with you guys. This one is one of ICE manager or agents.
She is not an immigrant. She is a migrant.
Former Denver ICE Director John Fabricatori sees it differently.
She's been convicted of fraudulently using a social security number, convicted of driving without a driver's license and not having insurance. Being a threat is not what illegal immigration is always about.
How are they supposed to, work in the U.S., survive in the
They're
U.S.
not.
without...
If you come into this country illegally, you have no pathway to citizenship. None.
For Vizguerra, it's been about survival while hoping for legalization. During a Tuesday night rally, Vizguerra shared her message via a phone call. Inside this detention center, there are many injustices. I'm going to find a way to help. She was ordered deported under the Obama administration, but instead took sanctuary in a Denver church during President Trump's first term in office, rising to fame for her fight to stay. Fabricatori adds she once agreed to leave voluntarily, then backed out.
She shook my hand on that deal, and then instead of showing up at DIA, she went into sanctuary and hid in a church again.
A vocal critic of Trump's immigration policies, Vizguerra has been a key figure in the reform movement. On Tuesday, Fabricatori posted on X calling her a criminal who, quote, hates Trump. But he insists this case isn't about the president.
This is not President Trump going after her. We have tried to get her to remove herself or be removed since 2009.
Well, advocates and supporters here paint a different picture. They tell me that she's a force to be reckoned with, and she's been a voice for those without a voice. So, meanwhile, Fabricatori says though the administration prioritizes deporting
Guys, if you made it to the end, let me know what should happen to Jeanette Vizguerra. Should she be able to stay in the U.S. or should they send her back to Mexico? Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell.